Hey everyone, change of scenery today, so welcome to my home in the Wiltshire countryside, in particular my office where I'm going to be doing the next couple of posts from. So I'm going to use the next couple of posts as an opportunity to reflect on some of the concepts and ideas that I've been discussing with Amy over the last few weeks, and how practically you can apply them to your world and your training. A couple of weeks ago, I was speaking to Amy about mindsets. So if you haven't already watched it, do go back and have a look. I read out a list of the most common things that affect our mindsets. So those included overcompetitiveness, fear of other people's opinions, lack of confidence, difficulty in taking feedback or being criticised, feeling like we should be further ahead than we are, or seeing other people make more progress than us. These things have a habit of showing up more when life in general is proving challenging. And it's at these times when being able to challenge our own mindsets is more important than ever. I'm reminded of the words of an Anglo-Saxon warrior found on a small fragment of poetry from over 1,000 years ago. When you feel your strength waning, your courage must be firmer, your heart must be bolder, and your spirit must be greater. This was thought to be written on the eve of a Viking invasion. They're words that echo through the centuries and remind us all that difficult times show up. Yet, something I've noticed about my fellow human beings is that sometimes we respond much better to these challenging events than other times. Indeed, research in human psychology shows us that it's not adversity itself that affects us during these times. Rather, it's how we're able to turn around our thinking. So, an example of a challenge we might face in sport is getting injured at a critical point on the way to achieving a goal that we're really invested in. Research shows us that there is one very powerful differentiator between the times that we feel strong and cope well with a challenge and the times we don't. And it all comes down to whether we feel we have a choice in the matter. Are we controlling the situation, or is the situation controlling us? Now, you might be surprised how powerful and how subtle this idea of feeling like we have a choice is. Choice works on an unconscious level as well as a conscious level. Just to bring this to life, there was an amazing study done at Stanford University when people had to undertake a difficult training session in the gym. Little did they know that actually the real test happens in the waiting room before they went in. And in the waiting room, the receptionist simply asked each participant whether she should hang up that picture behind her desk or that picture. For the participants who were given this choice before the exercise, they performed considerably harder or worked considerably harder than participants who weren't given this choice. Now, that's pretty amazing when you consider that the choice had nothing to do with the activity itself. But it would seem like just being in the condition where we feel like we're able to exercise our choice in life is enough. It's powerful enough to be able to allow us to overcome challenges. So how do we get better at exercising choice, especially when life throws us curveballs? Going back to our original example of picking up a minor injury, let's say, that hampers your progress towards a certain goal, where does choice fit into this? Well, I suppose we always have a choice about what we think about, what we place importance on, and where we focus our attention. If we focus on what we've lost, e.g., I can't train like I wanted to, we will access the threat avoidant mechanisms of our brain that lead us to become frustrated, helpless, and ineffective. Basically, life isn't fair. Once we've turned our thinking around, however, and we focus on how to make gains from this point forward by seeking help and making a plan, then we access our approach reward centres of the brain, leading to more energy, positivity, and resolve. These different ways of thinking are purely our choice. We just have to stop, interrupt what might be a negative cycle of thinking, and make this choice. So, when you find yourself in this position, as you inevitably will, ask yourself these simple questions. How is the way I'm thinking about this helping or hindering me? What do I need to accept or let go of? And what am I going to choose to focus on from this point? Answer these questions honestly, and you won't go too far wrong. See you next time. So, I hope you found that useful. Make sure you tune in next week. I'll be back here and sharing with you a philosophy I call Win the Day, which is a philosophy that a lot of the athletes I work with find really, really useful. So, I'll see you back here then.